Yo and hello YouTube. It is a Slabtastic Thursday today, and I've got 6 new slabs that I got in the mail today. I'm going to show those off and talk about them a little bit, but first a couple of baseball collection updates. Number one is I'm going to do a video, I think, in the next couple of weeks, probably for sure after Sunday when they announce the Veterans Committee Hall of Fame inductions, if there are any. I'm going to do a little bit of statistics on my collection, and I'd love to see this for other YouTube channels, but what I'm going to do it for is to kind of set maybe once a year I kind of lay out kind of the statistics of my collection and where I'm at on different sets and where I'm at on autographs and all kinds of different things, to just kind of annually kind of put little steps and see how much my collection grows year by year. So I'm going to do that over the next couple of weeks. As a preview to that, I can tell you that with these slabs that I've gotten today, I'm right at about 500 just regular PSA graded cards. So that's a lot to me. Although I just saw Elite Co 3 did a 500 card submission that he just did to PSA. So I thought I had a lot, but relative to some other people, I guess not very much. But so I've got 500 slabs. And the second update is my dad and I are starting to work on my new case for PSA graded stuff. And yesterday we went and bought all the lumber. We're going to make it out of walnut, which is a just gorgeous dark wood, hardwood. So went and bought all the lumber on that. It was about $700 for just the wood. So it's going to be really pretty and a great investment and a great project for my dad and I to work on. So be looking for that. I'm going to try to shoot some videos as we are building it to just showcase that process and have you guys meet my dad. Great guy, and I love him very much. So we have a great time together, and we both share a love of collecting, only his is with woodworking and tools and stuff. So you'll get to see a little bit of that, I hope, if I can do some videos along that process. Now, to my mail today. So I told you, I just said that Sunday is the Veterans Committee announcement of if anybody's going to get in the Hall of Fame. In anticipation of that, I looked at some of the guys that I think are going to get in, and a card that I saw that I looked for was this 1978 Topps Jack Morris rookie card. And I got it because I think Jack Morris is going to get in, and so then this card will go on the PSA Post-War Hall of Fame set registry. And I got it cheap now before it gets really expensive, or more not really expensive probably, but certainly more expensive if he gets in the Hall of Fame on Sunday. The second slab I'm going to show that I got is kind of a funny story. So I do a lot of bidding on auctions online. I do a lot of eBay too, but there's a bunch of auction houses, Heritage Auctions, Mile High Sports Cards, Serious Sports Cards, Heritage, I just said Heritage, Golden Auctions, you name it. There's about 8 or 10 or 12 of them. You'll see them at the National setting up and taking consignments and all that kind of stuff. So this was a card that I bought that I really only wanted to buy if I was going to buy another card. I ended up not winning the other card, which was a autographed 1961 Topps Whitey Ford slabbed. And it just looked really pretty. It was a really well done autograph in blue Sharpie on a 1961 Topps card. Well, they also had this one, and so I put a bid on it expecting to win the Whitey Ford and the Duke Snider, which is this one, a Duke Snider 1961 Topps, slabbed and authenticated. And it's a very pretty card, but Duke Snider, I paid like 40 bucks for this. Not because I really wanted to, but I just thought, okay, if I win the other one, the Whitey Ford, this one will just be a throw-in essentially for a decent deal. But after you include buyer's premium, shipping, handling, blah, 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 it made this card way more expensive than I would have ever paid. So shame on me, auction mistake. Bid on what you really want. Don't bid on something just because you'll end up stuck with another Duke Snider autograph that I really don't need. But I have it, and it's fine. It's a pretty card. Nice vintage signed card by a Hall of Famer. This next card is a rookie card for my post-war Hall of Fame rookie set. We're kind of going back a little bit now. I've got most of the modern guys. This is a 1948 Bowman Ralph Kiner and a PSA 4. And it's a really good 4. Good centering. It's a black and white card, so there's not really any color. It's probably got a 4 because it's got a little stain or some smudge or something right there on the back of the card. And the corners aren't that great, as you can see down here. But it's a 4, and that's a decent grade for a 1948 card. That's basically a collector grade for a card from the 40s, and I'm perfectly content having that in my collection. Here's another buyer beware on, this is for eBay. Make sure you don't already have the card. So there was a guy, I'm building the 1980 Topps Hall of Fame set registry, and there was a guy that had a bunch of them on there. There were several that I needed. I ended up winning 3 of them, one of which was Dave Winfield. And that's all well and good, and there's nothing wrong with a Dave Winfield PSA 8 1980 Topps, except that I already have one. So I don't need 2, but I have 2 now. So, and I don't trade or sell, so maybe I'll give it away someday or just keep it or whatever. The second card is interesting. It's a 1980 Topps Willie McCovey highlights card. So I try to get, if there's a Hall of Famer on the card, I want to get it. Maybe with the exception of like the leaders cards or something, because sometimes it'll have one Hall of Famer and one not. But in this case, I already have the regular Willie McCovey. I thought this would be a good add to the Hall of Fame set because he is a Hall of Famer and it's only him. Except one thing I didn't notice, and there was a picture of it, and I didn't look close enough on the picture, but this slab is cracked. So that's kind of disappointing. I got it and I was like, man, was this in the picture? You know, so I went and checked the picture. So that's A, make sure you don't already own the card before you bid on it. B, check the picture really good because you might end up with a cracked slab. And it showed it, so I can't say that the buyer or the seller didn't tell me about it. It was there on the picture. I just didn't even notice it. But the third card that I got from that same seller, I'm really, really happy with. This card usually goes for a lot more money than I paid for it. So I was happy to pick it up. It's a Carlton Fisk in a mint 9. So again, with my 1980 Topps sets, 8s, 9s, I only have 1 10, so I'm not really going for 10s, but if someone, you know, was giving them away, I'd take them, but I'm perfectly content with 8s and 9s on the 1980 Topps set. So that's the 6 slabs I got. I got a pretty big order coming in tomorrow, so look forward to that. I may do the video either tomorrow night or Saturday morning, but appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you later. Take care.